Ursula von der Leyen has spoken with Boris Johnson in an attempt to wade through the water that is fishing negotiations in the final stages of Brexit negotiations. How close are we to a deal? Brexit talks are coming down the wire as the EU and UK battle it out to secure a deal in time for the deadline on December 31. From January 1, the UK will have exited the transition period, 4 years after the UK voted to leave in the Brexit referendum of 2016. Negotiators have been continuing talks in Brussels in recent days, with Prime Minister Boris Johnson and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen remain in close contact in an attempt to resolve difficulties. Von der Leyen spoke by telephone to Johnson on Monday night to discuss a way forward, and further calls are expected in the coming days. Von der Leyen has reportedly been encouraging the big fishing nations to work with the British on their offer regarding fisheries. France and Denmark are understood to be the most cautious about offering a counter-proposal. The EU has offered to sacrifice 25% of its existing €650 million worth of fishing rights in British seas as part of a 6-year transition period. Mr. Barnier said the UK was after a 35% cut, which would rise to 60% if a wider range of species were factored into the calculations. The UK transition offer was also shorter, spanning only 3 years. Cabinet Minister Robert Jenrick said he is reasonably optimistic that a late deal will be agreed before time runs out at the end of December. Mr. Jenrick told Sky News serious areas of disagreement remain on fishing and the level playing field measures aimed at preventing unfair competition on standards and state subsidies. We are working through those issues. Our negotiators will keep going. The Prime Minister has been very clear that he is going to negotiate until the very end, which is December 31, because that is the right thing. It is what the British public would expect. But at the moment there isn't sufficient progress. It isn't a deal that the Prime Minister feels he can sign us up to because it doesn't yet respect us, in full, as a sovereign, independent nation. Michel Barnier, the EU's top negotiator, has said a final push was being made to reach a deal and described it as a crucial moment. Last month the UK's Office for Budget Responsibility warned that 300,000 jobs could be at stake if trade talks fail and no deal is reached. It could also shave 2% off annual GDP, the equivalent of £40 billion per year.